Hi guys, it's Bryony and today I am talking about two readathons that are coming up very soon, and I am taking part in both of them. There's also another readathon that is coming up in August and I will be participating in that one as well. And I just wanted to talk about what these readathons are, what books I'm reading, and how you guys can get involved as well. So the first readathon that I am participating in is the TBR Takedown 2.0, and this is happening July 25th to July 31st. This is hosted by Leaning Lights, and I will link her video into the description below, so you can go check that out and get all the information you need. It is also hosted by a few other booktubers, I just forget who, and I do apologise about that. So there are 5 TBR challenges: the first book in a series, sequel book in a series, read a book that is out of your comfort zone, so it might be a different author or a different genre, a book that has been on your shelf for over a year or the longest, and the most recently hauled book. So I have 5 books here that I'm going to show you, and I won't be reading in that order, but I will be reading them. So the first book I will be reading is a book that is out of my comfort zone, and that is The Betrayal of Natalie Hargrove by Lauren Kate. And I haven't read a book by Lauren Kate, so I'm going out of my comfort zone in that way. And I've also heard mixed reviews about her Fallen series, so I'm a little nervous to read a book by her, but I believe this is a standalone, so it's not going to matter too much. I will get through it, and it's relatively thin. The next book is a book that's been sitting on my shelf for over a year, and that is Wallbanger by Alice Clayton. I have read this book before, loved it, so I know I will fly through it. This is a book that is about 360 odd pages, so it is a bit thickish, but it's a really good book and it didn't take me long the first time, so I do want to read it again because I have the other books in the series as well. So next book I have is a recently hauled book, and that is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and I'm really excited to read this book. I haven't read it obviously, and I've been meaning to anyway, but it's a new book that I've just purchased, so I'm really excited to read it. The next book is the first book in a series, and that is Breathe by Abby Glines. It is a fairly chunky book, well, not that skinny, but if it's anything like the Rosemary Beach series, then I'll fly through this because I love the Rosemary Beach series, and this is the first book in the Seabreeze series. And the last book I'll be reading for this challenge is the sequel book in a series, and that of course is Because of Low, which is the second book in the Seabreeze series by Abby Glines. And I've been meaning to read the series anyway, like I said, and yeah. The next readathon I will be participating in is the 7 in 7 readathon, and that takes place on July 27th to August 2nd, and that is hosted by Instead of Gold. And there's 2 other hosts with that, but I forget who they are, I'm sorry. I will link Instead of Gold's video for the 7 in 7 readathon announcement in the description, so you can go check that out as well. So this challenge is to basically read 7 books in 7 days, and this gives you the opportunity to read thin books and catch up on your Goodreads reading challenge. So because this starts 2 days after the TBR Takedown, I will be using these 3 books as part of the 7 in 7 as well. So that's 3 days, 3 books. The 4th book I'll read for 7 in 7 is When You're Back by Abby Glines, which is the 12th book in the Rosemary Beach series. And this is a newly purchased book, which I haven't hauled yet, but I will be doing at the end of the month, so there's a whole video and you will see this book again. The next 3 books are very thin books, and I have a little confession to make. So I used to be really obsessed with Mary-Kate and Ashley. I grew up with them, I watched Full House, I just loved them, and I still do love them, sort of. In that time of obsession, I purchased pretty much every book I could of theirs, and I'm going to read 3 of them to be able to do this 7 in 7 challenge. So the 5th book in the 7 in 7 challenge that I will be reading is New York Minute, which is based on the movie, and this is written by Eliza Willard. The sixth book that I will be reading is also a New York Minute book, and that is There's Something About Roxy. And this is written by Madison Oakes. And the seventh book in the 7 in 7 challenge is another New York Minute book, of course, and that is The Secret of Jane's Success. And this is written by Kylie Adams. Yeah, they don't have the author's name on the front, they just have Mary-Kate and Ashley's names. Strange. So those are the books that I'll be reading for the TBR Takedown 2.0 and the 7 in 7 readathon. If you want to check those announcement videos out, they'll be in the description below. I will also be participating in the Booktubeathon, which is in August, but I will do a video closer to that date, so I'm not getting them mixed up. I will do a wrap up for those 2 readathons when they are finished, so keep an eye out for that. I would love to know if any of you are actually participating in this as well. If you are, leave me a comment and we'll talk about it, I guess. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time.